Chapter 2. Felix comes aboard. There was so much going on at the shipyard, no one seemed to notice the quiet man carrying a small canvas sack who climbed up the gangway to the main deck of the ship. Mr. Thompson made his way up a ladder to another deck and approached the person who seemed to be in charge. Captain Alan Villiers was standing on the half deck consulting with the second man. They both looked down at a set of plans laid out on the binnacle top, and then they looked up, pointing to different places in the rigging. "Captain Villiers," Mr. Thompson said, holding out the sack, "I think your ship could use this." Somewhat bewildered and annoyed, Captain Villiers and Stewart Upham, the builder of the ship, turned toward the man. "Who are you? And what are you doing on my ship?" Villiers asked in his brusque, sea-going voice. "My name is Thompson. I've come over from Clennon Heights in Paynton to bring you this. It's for good luck. I read in the papers they're only giving you a 50-50 chance of making it to America." With that, he loosened his grip on the top of the sack, and Felix squirmed his fuzzy little head out of the bag. Both Captain Villiers and Stewart Upham squinted, first at the animal who had begun to meow fiercely, then at the man who brought him. "Did one of those reporters put you up to this?" Villiers asked. "We don't need luck. We need time." Stewart Upham chimed in. "I need more time to finish rigging the ship." Villiers added, "And I need time to train my men to sail her. That kitten won't last a week without its mother, no one else to look after him." Felix wasn't sure about any of this. He looked up at the spider's web of rigging and then tried to peer into the dark cabin doorway at the aft end of the half deck. None of this looked inviting to the young kitten. Felix thought this ship might be fun if his two sisters were here with him. He imagined chasing them around the wide decks and maybe even up those tall masts. Looking forward, Felix noticed the black beret he had seen earlier that morning rising up the ladder from the main deck. Suddenly, the man wearing the beret came into view, followed by another tall, thin man sporting a mustache and goatee. "Ah, there you are, Captain Villiers," said the man in the black hat. "I was just speaking to Warwick here." The man in the black hat gestured to the man with the mustache. "He said something about posing for more pictures with pilgrim maidens for his newspaper. Anyway, I have the corrected rigging plans for you. Your crew should be able to rig that sprit sail now." "Yes, Alan and I have the first shipment of treasure chests ready to be stowed. I should think your crew would want to get them below as soon as possible, wouldn't you say?" the man with the mustache said. "Warwick, until I get the sails rigged, this ship can't go anywhere, and that means the cargo can't go anywhere. As soon as we have straightened out the spritsail, I will have the mate send a party to get your treasure chests. Of all the ships I've been in, this is the first time I've had to deal with that old-fashioned sail. We're having a devil of a time figuring it out." "Yes, well, thank you, Alan. Those treasure chests are just one of my plans to pay for this little adventure. British firms have paid to have their goods sail aboard the ship in the treasure chests. As sponsors, the firms expect to see their names in the papers and on television when we get to America," Warwick explained. "I'll see you later today. I'm arranging for Timex to send some watches down this afternoon. Can you spare someone to affix them to the ship where they will be visible to a camera?" "See me later, Warwick. I've just the clever fellow to give you a hand. Now, Stewart, if you have your carpenters fashion a cleat to the bowsprit about here," the captain said, turning back to the plans. "I believe we can raise the yard to its proper height." Mr. Thompson, trying to follow the various conversations, once more raised the kitten to attract the captain's attention. "Beg your pardon, Captain Villiers. About my gift?" Just then, Graham Nunn, the English cabin boy, came up to the captain. "Excuse me, sir. Joe and I have finished coiling down the fire hose. What would you like us to do now?" "Show this man the gangway. I haven't got time for any more interruptions," Villiers said, turning back to Mr. Upham. "Excuse me, Captain. Are we to have this kitten along with us?" Graham asked. "He could be our mascot. You know, bring us luck and all for the voyage." "If you think we need luck, Graham, then you will be the one to take care of him," said the captain. "Take the animal below, but see to it that he stays out of the way. I won't have my men tripping over lost kittens at the change of the watch." Felix looked back and wondered why Mr. Thompson wasn't following along. "Be a good boy, Felix," Mr. Thompson was saying. "Mind the captain now. I know Graham will take good care of you. And Felix, bring the crew some luck." Felix didn't feel very lucky. As Graham walked away with him, Felix only felt frightened. Graham was delighted. He had made friends with the American boy on the ship, Joe Meany, but this was an English cat. Felix would help remind Graham of home and the animals he had taken care of over the years.